Sup, players, and welcome to the most profitable day of the year. You probably didn't think that, right, when you woke up this morning, because you probably were delusional enough to think the market was actually going to go down 2 days. And by the way, the market didn't go down yesterday. The Qs took a day off, right? So if you haven't seen the correlation of the bull market yet, any pause is bullish, any pullback is bullish. But then you got to start factoring in the enormity of the next day. So if we actually go down for 7 minutes, we generally go up for 70 minutes. If we go down for 2 hours, we basically go up for 20 hours. So yesterday, we actually closed red. I didn't short the Qs at all yesterday. I just waited for the bounce, got paid on the bounce as always, right? But if you came in today delusional enough or moronic enough to think we were going to actually have follow through to the downside, we double bottomed and then we faux show broed and broke VWAP. So here's what you do, folks. If you're delusional enough to think the market's ever going down ever again, right? At least give it a moment, right? Like yesterday, if you were convinced that we were going to go down, the market said, hey, this time you're right. And it might last for more than 7 minutes. And it lasted for about 2.5 hours because it only really went down for 2.5 hours. And then it just fought its way back up, rallied, closed slightly negative, right? But if you thought there was going to be follow through today on a market that never goes down, the one day that we go down is usually met with 10 up days in a row. Also, the bull market, think of it this way. Bull markets tend to last for 3.5 years. Bear markets don't even exist anymore, right? So bear moments, we could call them. That's because there's no bear market anymore. There's corrections and crashes. Bear markets are done, right? We just witnessed it in April. We saw it happen in August, right? That's the new normal, right? So we don't have bear markets anymore. We just have corrections and crashes, and then we go back up. And that's why I keep saying we never go down. In fact, Gail, if you're out there, Qs are at 550 now. Remember when you were complaining at $85? Woman called me criminally negligent that every morning I would remind everybody that the market has no chance of going down. And the one time that she bought into the Qs, they went down that day and she lost money. And she's like, that's criminally negligent. It's very irresponsible for you to say that every morning. I'm like, but Gail, if I'm right 90% of the time, you should still come out ahead. And I'm right 98% of the time. All right. So anyway, if you were delusional enough to think the market could actually go down, right? Wait to see if you get some confirmation on it. But then you get confirmation that the market's not going down. So that's one of those moments as a really good trader, you say, oh, I'm wrong. Let's join the winning team. That's my life right now. Every day, Gail, if you're out there, every day I say to myself, oh, maybe today will be the day where shorting is, and it's not. Well, maybe today's the day we'll pull back. Nope. Hey, maybe today's the day that pump and dump stocks in a dump. Nope, not even that one. BMNR. Right? It dumped, it held support, and then it rallies close to 20 points. You want to short stocks? If every down move is met with a 10x to the other way, why bother shorting? First of all, you shouldn't be selling anything. You should all own every stock I've been talking about, right? The solars are coming back. Your core weave still rocking. The circle, obviously, right? Chip stocks, right? Remember 2 months ago when I said we haven't even started the rally because semiconductors aren't coming along for the ride. When they come along for the ride, that's going to take us up another 10%. Here's the 10%. That was at 500. Now we're up 10% on the Qs. Semis just broke out. Quantum, space, rockets, robots, AI, chips. Space, rockets, robots. Space, rockets, robots. AI, quantum, and chips. There's no way the market's ever going down again. Space, rockets, robots. Space, rockets, robots, AI, quantum, and chips. Space, rockets, robots, AI, powered by the quantum, built on chips. How are we going down? We got a bright future ahead of us. Sure, 25 years from now, we'll all be dead because robots will take over the world and we'll all be killed. But make that money now so you can build yourself a nice shelter and buy some guns. By the way, I almost forgot I own this thing. So the next time you're thinking about shorting the market, think of me showing up at your house and bashing you over the head with not just one, not just two, but 3 iron balls with spikes on them coming for your skull. Is that enough incentive? Just stop shorting is your first thing you do. Second, embrace the horror that we're never going down ever again. If you're a shorter, I call it embracing the horror. It took me a while to realize the market really has no chance of ever going down, but now I finally seen the light. It took me 3 years of getting my ass kicked. And sure, stocks have shelf lives. Like, for all we know, ASTS could sit around now between $39.08 and $51 for the next year. But then eventually it'll break out and go higher. Stocks have their move. Everybody's in, everybody's in, everybody's in. Consolidate. The good ones consolidate and go higher, or you consolidate and go lower. But you know how to make real money? Find the ones that are just now breaking out or coming back from the doldrums. And its name was Sedge. SEDG. I explained this to you last week. That was a fake attack. Fake news, fake story, fake everything. That's why don't go on the internet. The only thing you go on the internet for is to trade and then get off the internet. There's no real information on the internet. It's all fake. As a matter of fact, I'm building a website to just do that, fake news. And by the way, if you're out there and you're listening to this conversation right now, I'm putting out my own coin. Get in touch with me. First subscribers are going to make the most money. It's going to be a private placement. I'm going to do an IPO with my coin. It's going to be phenomenal. I'm going to have it oversubscribed. Everyone's going to want it. And I was just reading on what you need to do to launch your own coin. You have to have a good name for it. Oh, I got the best name. You have to have people who are interested. I've got people interested. And it has to serve some purpose. That's the funny part. It has to serve a purpose. What purpose does cryptocurrency provide to anyone, anywhere? None. So when I do the description of my coin, what purpose does it serve? It goes up. It's the only purpose. Well, it has this great technology in the blockchain. I love when I read about new coins that are hot and they talk about the tech behind it. Nobody gives a shit. It's a popularity contest. Are people buying it? Yes, then it's going to go higher. But you want to know the stock I'm in right now? Myrna. Hada. Myrna. You remember Myrna? Right. Everybody hates Myrna because it reminds you of what? COVID. Nobody wants to be reminded of COVID. But when piece of shit stocks come back, remember the morons like me are still short thinking it's going to zero. So inevitably they have to cover. And that's why the market can't go down, because there's a new moron every day born thinking the market's going to go down, and they short it and then they have to cover. And that's why the market never goes down, because that feeds it on itself. We go up a lot. Morons get short because they think, oh, we've gone up too far. We have to go down. No, we consolidate. Morons think that we're going lower. They load up short. Then they don't go low. We have to cover. And the people that got stopped out of the longs want back in, and then we go higher. And that's how you get to all-time highs. But Myrna is far, far away from all-time highs. Myrna, and here's how you distinguish whether you got a stock that's ready to go or it's just a bullshit news story. Follow through. Myrna. A couple of days ago, they said they have some new vaccine that's going to help with the flu. Nobody gives a shit. But for some reason, they did. And that triggered buyers. And you say to yourself, wait a second. We don't usually go up on news, but this time we are. And it sustained the rally. We got to keep an eye on this stock. Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, look, it's gaining some strength again. Oh, look, it's breaking VWAP. Oh, look, it's confirming its strength from the other day on the news. Maybe this news is a little bit more significant. Maybe it is. And then you buy the stock and you rip it. And now you've just got to $30.30 where you sell it, because $30.30 was the last time it spiked, way back on May 20th. So when stocks get the prices where you see them sell off from before, you sell some, and then you raise your stop and you hope it goes higher, but you do the right thing by taking profit. Bang, sold 30.30. And now over the next couple of days, you watch this Myrna, because if it stays above this price, right, the next leg up gets you 31.65. And let me tell you, you break 31.65 on Myrna, you're going 32.50. And if we go 32.50 tomorrow on options expiration, we're talking a nice win. Myrna. All right. If you guys don't know, I've been doing an hour-long program every day between 12 and 1. I'll be back. Please watch the program. Like, subscribe, do all those things you can. Tell 10 friends. Next week, I'm going to have an open house. Even Al's invited. Mr. Trial himself. Hi, Al. What's up? Even you can come back. But after your 12th trial, you have to send me $500 personally in a American Express gift card so I could buy burner phones to harass people at Columbia University with. What? Oh, I shouldn't have said that last part out loud. But if you, seriously, why don't you just tip me? After 12 trials, you have to just tip me, right? Obviously, you love me. And if you would have been in the room today, you would have made at least a year's worth of what you need to be part of the, the website. All right, I'll see you guys at 12. Market never goes down, people, ever.